Let's just dive right into this. Welcome to this explainer on the 30-day Legacy Lane Challenge. Today is completely about owning your life and designing your reality. We're going to unpack the River Framework strategy, visually mapping out exactly how you can stop the leaks in your life, structure your finances, and ultimately build a lasting legacy.
So, let me ask you something. Are you trying to fix your entire life all at once? Because if you are, it's a massive trap. Honestly, so many of us feel completely overwhelmed because we're trying to fix our daily finances, overhaul our business operations, sort out taxes, and plan our legacy all at the exact same time. It's like spinning plates, right? Eventually, one is just going to come crashing down.
And that brings us to our core strategy. Find the leak, fix the plan, build a legacy. Instead of chaotic multitasking, the goal here is targeted, intentional focus. But listen, before you can build any wealth, you need a really deep awareness of where your life is currently leaking. We need a new way to visualize this entire process.
Enter the river framework. I want you to think of your life as a vast river system, and money is the water flowing through it. But water, on its own, it can be destructive or just easily wasted if it isn't guided. The structures you build are what control that flow. If you aren't intentionally watching the river, your money just leaks into places you never ever planned for.
So here is our roadmap. 1. The river of life. 2. The flow, taxes. 3. The network, systems. 4. The shield, insurance and legacy. 5. The engine room, AI. And finally, 6. Your 30-day challenge.
All right, starting with number 1, the river of life. This is all about mapping your financial ecosystem.
Now, your river doesn't just exist in a vacuum, right? It's actually fed by 5 key areas of your life. We call these the 5 Fs: faith, family, fears, finance, and fitness. Faith is what grounds you. Family is who depends on you. Fears are what stop you. Finance requires structure, and fitness gives you the physical energy to sustain the mission. This specific stream we're looking at is your finance lane. It's made up of your credit, real estate, income, investments, and cash flow. But remember, if your fitness is draining your energy, or maybe your fears are holding you back, this money lane springs a leak. It just evaporates into impulsive spending or totally missed opportunities.
What we really want is to shift away from total financial blindness. You know that stressful pit-in-your-stomach feeling of just not knowing where your money went? We want to move from that to absolute clarity. When you actually master the finance lane, you aren't just surviving anymore. You're standing firmly on the banks, plainly seeing your cash flow and watching your opportunities multiply. Moving downstream to number 2, the flow. Let's talk about taxes and controlling the current.
In this framework, taxes are essentially your dam. If your dam isn't built correctly, a massive percentage of your wealth just washes right away. Most people only panic about taxes in April, right? They treat it like some unexpected flood. But the wealthy proactively build their dam year-round. They're optimizing W-4s, tracking deductions, and controlling that current way before the deadline ever hits.
Next up is number 3, the network. It's time to talk about systems and building your irrigation.
Without systems, you are basically out there carrying heavy buckets of water all day long, doing every single task manually, over and over. It's exhausting. And frankly, you're going to spill a lot of water. Systems are your irrigation channels. They automatically route your time, your money, and your effort exactly where they need to go, so you finally get to put those heavy buckets down.
Relying on your own fragile memory to run your life is just a recipe for dropped balls and massive stress. Building out your systems lane means setting up simple, reliable infrastructure, things like automated CRMs or basic email flows that catches, organizes, and follows up for you. You have to get the heavy lifting out of your brain and onto a conveyor belt.
Bringing us to number 4, the shield. This is insurance and legacy, protecting the land and the future.
Think of insurance as your levee. On a perfectly sunny day, a levee looks like a total waste of money. But when a storm hits, it protects absolutely everything you've built. We have to replace that underlying anxiety of, man, I hope I'm covered, with the ironclad confidence of knowing exactly what protections you have and exactly where your critical gaps are.
Then we have estate planning. Think back to the family aspect of your 5 Fs. Who depends on you? Estate planning is the literal bridge you build for them. Leaving it up to, oh, they'll figure it out, leaves the people you love stranded on a cliff facing probate courts, confusion, and fighting. A real legacy requires written instructions, named beneficiaries, and an incredibly sturdy bridge for them to cross.
All right, moving to number 5, the engine room.
let's talk about AI and powering the ecosystem. AI is the engine room of your legacy. Most people out there are just using AI like a toy, throwing random ideas at it. But to actually build wealth and design your reality, you need to use it daily with high intention. For example, try plugging this exact prompt into your AI. Help me review my life using faith, family, fears, finance, and fitness. Ask me one question for each area, then summarize where I need the most structure over the next 30 days. It's a total game changer.
This becomes your digital command center. By mastering prompts, apps, and automation, you're creating a system that organizes your finances, sharpens your fitness routines, and protects your family time. AI doesn't replace your human wisdom, not at all. It acts as a multiplier so your wisdom can reach further, much faster.
And finally, number 6, your 30-day challenge. One lane, one action. This right here is what we call the rule of one. Remember that trap we talked about, trying to fix everything at once? Well, here is your antidote. Step 1, pick just one lane. Step 2, take just one small action in that specific lane every single day. And step 3, in 30 days, you will have successfully built a concrete piece of your legacy. Remember, consistency always beats intensity. So, I want you to let this sit with you for a moment. Which lane of your river is leaking the most right now? Look at those 5 areas: faith, family, fears, finance, and fitness. Rate yourself from a 1 to a 10 in each. You can't fix them all today, but you absolutely can identify the lowest score, pick that lane, and start right there. And look, you do not have to design this reality alone. Head over to the AI Legacy Builder Circle, linked for you, and drop your proof post. Tell the community, my strongest F is blank, my weakest F is blank, this month I'm working on blank. Own it. Design your reality. Because if you don't intentionally build the banks of your river, someone else is going to decide exactly where your water flows. So, what's going to be? Where will yours go?